This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first two guests are here today to talk about an upcoming production at Alpena Civic Theater. I have Scott Edward and Ellen Grun. Good morning. Edgar. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
I tried to get out the Edgar, but I got a little stuck there. So Scott, it's been a while since you've been on, and I know that you're directing this production at Alpena Civic Theater, and you're very excited about it.
I am. Alan Grund is the playwright. I got introduced to this play 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I wanted to do it then, but the board said that it was written by an unknown author and it was a little short. This year when they came to me and asked me if I would direct a play, I said, only if I get to do the one I want.
Aha.
And that's how much this play meant to me from 2 years ago. So they said yes, and we have been working diligently, and I hope that I can make Alan proud when we do this.
Now, Alan, you're the playwright. You actually live right here in Atlanta, Michigan. How long have you been writing?
I've been writing since I was 10 years old.
Aha.
That's a long time ago.
It is. Now, have you had anything produced or written or published?
I'm an award-winning short story author.
Okay.
I have about 10 books of poetry, prose, short stories, novellas. I have been published as a poet. I don't spend much time worrying about whether I'm published or not.
Very good. I like that answer. And now, so you wrote wrote the play, The Big House at Holy Hollow.
Yes.
So tell me about it.
Well, I started writing comedy skits for comedy shows that we wanted to do at Brush Creek Mill in Hillman. I was fascinated by small space, what could be done in a small space beyond stand-up comedy.
Okay.
So my writing partner, Sue Floor from Hillman, and I started writing comedy skits in January of 2013. And then we assembled a cast, and, you know, all amateur. And then we set about putting on a show. And eventually in May that year, we totally sold out. They had to turn people away.
Wow.
I had a belief that people would come out for comedy. I'd written a lot of serious stuff in my life, and I really wanted to get back to comedy. I think that's what I wanted to do from the time I was a kid, was to be a comedian, you know. So we wrote these shows. We wrote 2 of them that year, and we put them both on, and we basically sold out 3 different shows that year. One of the skits from the first show was a skit that Sue brought to me called Pickin' and Grinnin'. It was a takeoff on the old Hee Haw show, and she didn't have names for characters or anything. I fell in love with the characters and started writing The Big House at Holy Hollow way back then. That was in 2013.
Wow.
Then I met Scott, and there was hope that we would, you know, do the play. That didn't happen, and at the same time we thought maybe we'll do the play at Brush Creek Mill, which is not a theater by any means. So I thought, well, if we're going to do that, I'd better write the history of all the characters. So I started writing the history of the characters, and that turned into 90-some pages of history.
Wow.
Which I then turned into a 90-minute one-man show, which I did at 3 or 4 different venues, including Thunder Bay Theater, which then garnered me a contract with Thunder Bay Theater for about 7 different kinds of shows that I've written.
Oh my goodness.
And this show is technically under contract to Thunder Bay Theater. So Scott had to go through TBT in order to get this permission to do the show.
So Scott, tell me how you're going to bring this to life on the stage.
Well, there's 3 different sets involved, which was a challenge. But the main set takes place in the kitchen of the house. And a lot of drama and comedy both take place. Then there is a set that is the moccasin hole scene, which is what I call it, or a lot of other people would call it a trout fishing stream.
Okay.
And then the third set is in front of a church. And as you can imagine, if anybody's seen shows over there, it's kind of a time or a space constraint.
Yes.
So we had to really come up with good ideas to be able to put this on, and I think we have. It's been a challenge, but
And it's a comedy.
It is a comedy drama type of
Okay.
thing. And the first time I've ever had anything to do with drama as far as directing, but it has been a challenge, and it has been a rewarding challenge. The entire cast and crew has been simply fantastic.
Okay, we have a little bit of time left. I want to make sure we get to tell us where and when we can come and see it.
Alpena Civic Theater, we open the 19th with shows at 7:30 Thursday through Saturday, and then 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay.
Tickets are $14 a piece. You can, box office is open from noon until 3 until 6 or something like that.
Okay.
And you can always call in at 354 354-3624
Okay.
for advanced reservations. And
Well,
bring everybody you know.
Sounds fascinating. We have about 1 minute left. So, Alan, are you one of the actors that we're going to see on stage?
I am. I think Scott was having trouble getting the lead character, and so I volunteered to do it because the character is the same character that I did my 90-minute show around. So, you know, the character is me. There's no bones about that. I mean,
So typecasting.
I think so. Yeah. And I don't pretend to be an actor. I mean, I'm a musician first and an actor second. But I think we're gonna pull it off, and it's gonna surprise a lot of people.
Well, congratulations to you, first of all, for writing
you.
in, and
Thank
then
you.
congratulations to you for having the perseverance to get it brought to the stage so that everyone can enjoy it.
Thank you.
And once again, the dates.
19th through the 29th.
Okay, call the box office and get your reservations.
Exactly.
Thank you both very
Thank
much
you.
for being here.
Thank you.
for having
I'll
us.
be right back with some information about the Serve Bazaar at Alpena Congregational Church following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Bobby Zuby from First Congregational Church. Good morning, Bobby.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, and I'm so glad you're here because you brought items from your Serve Bazaar. And I've been there before in the past, but it's been some time. So tell me about your Serve Bazaar.
Well, I love it because of all the items that are represented. But Nancy, can I read this?
Sure, you read that.
All of the high quality crafts sold at the sale are handmade by artisans from 35 countries around the world, including underprivileged parts of the United States. Every purchase directly helps improve working conditions, access to health care and education for the artisans and their families by offering them fair wages for the crafts.
Wow.
And they make beautiful things.
And you've brought some things. Tell me about that.
This is the catalog.
Okay.
And inside the catalog are testimonies of people who have been really able to promote their articles and make progress in their life. And they've really benefited. And let me show you some of the items.
Yes, please.
Well, if you're a cat collector,
Okay, Bernadette, our next guest
this they have many items like this. I collect little elephants, and they have a lot of little
and
elephants.
that's all hand carved.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And Christmas, it's a wonderful opportunity to do your Christmas shopping.
Okay.
This, for example, is something that could hang from a Christmas tree.
Nice little birdhouses.
Yes. They have coffee, fair trade coffee,
Okay.
regular and decaffeinated.
Okay. It says all organic.
They have spices. Have you ever been to Israel?
No.
Well, in Israel, they have a spice that is made from seeds, and I loved it, and I couldn't find it here. But this group has it, so you can buy a little bottle of that spice there.
Okay.
They also have chocolate. The chocolate is wonderful.
It is. Okay, and that's dark chocolate and
It's milk chocolate with hazelnuts. Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
And jams.
Mango jam. Ooh.
And teas. And one of their really excellent items is their soups.
Oh.
And all you have to do is mix it with water. All the spices are in there, and they are so good.
That one's spicy split pea.
Spicy split pea soup. But you see this beautiful basket?
Yes.
It's a basket from the group, from the Serve Bazaar. And they will have many there.
Okay.
Just want to say it before we get too far ahead. First Congregational United Church of Christ.
Okay.
At 201 South 2nd Avenue in Alpena. Now the dates are February 27th. Friday. I'm sorry. Friday. October 27th from 2 to 6.
Okay.
And then Saturday, October 28th from 10 to 2.
And for good selection, get there early.
Well, yes, because things sell out quickly. Here's an example of a bag.
Owls are very popular.
And it's very reasonably priced.
Okay.
I really like this bag too. I guess it's a travel bag, but I think it's very nice. So these are some of the items that are represented.
Okay.
As it says, featured items include jewelry, textiles, baskets, and more. Unique ceramics and holiday decorations.
Now you do this every year?
We do this every year. This is the 43rd time that we've done it.
And you know, I liked what you said is that it gives them, you know, a fair wage for the products. You know, everybody likes a bargain, but come on, when you go to an open air market in Mexico or somewhere and you buy a beautiful basket like this for $3, how does that artisan support their families?
Right,
and I'm glad they're being recognized as artisans and that, you know, they're getting rewarded for that.
Right.
And so now you have a serve committee, a group of people that serve on this every year?
Yes.
And like how many items would you say that you have?
Oh my God. There are jewelry. I mean, I'm wearing a bracelet, one of the bracelets.
Ah, beautiful.
And, there's a couple surprises in here too.
Okay, I'm glad we thought of it.
Another bracelet.
Oh, is that beautiful?
And beautiful. Not only, I'm not sure if this is like a blanket. I think it is sort of a blanket. It's very pretty, handmade.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I love the colors.
And I'm wearing one of the scarves that I got a couple years ago. And you can buy scarves. They come just like this in this nice gift envelope.
Wow.
And all wrapped nicely to present to someone. And believe me, they are beautiful. Handmade items.
Okay, and this is at First Congregational Church.
First Congregational Church.
And your location is?
201 2nd Avenue.
Okay.
In Alpena.
Okay.
And the dates again.
One more time.
Friday, October 27th, 2 to 6. And Saturday, October 28th, 10 to 2.
Okay, and we hope everyone comes because it's a great time to start your holiday shopping, and it does some wonderful things.
You're helping all these artisans that struggle in the underprivileged countries.
And in our own United States.
Yes. So it really is, you're benefiting and they're benefiting.
Well, thank you very much for being here and bringing this to our attention.
You're
it's
welcome.
Been some time since we've had anyone here talking about it, so thank you very much.
You're welcome, Nancy. It was very nice to meet you.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Dean Wendy Brooks, who is our Higher Learning Commission liaison. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
So we came through an HLC visit.
We did, and we came through with flying colors, in my opinion. It went really well. The person who led the team that came from the Higher Learning Commission was from Kankakee College, Dr. Michael Boyd. And before he arrived, he asked that we set up meetings with various groups of people. And we started out with meet and greet with the Board of Trustees, and then the Executive Council, the Vice President of Instruction, and we had our VP of Instruction from last year come back, Kathy Marsh, and she was very beneficial in helping us out with the visit. And then the Student Learning Commission and student ambassadors had representatives that met with the commission, the various students that met with them and talked about the college. We had a community forum, and then the IT and facilities people were able to meet with the team. The Vice President for Administration and Finance met with them. Then all the faculty, full-time faculty and adjunct faculty came together, and they asked various questions. That was all in day one. In day two, we had an open forum with the students. The Dean of Students met with the team. We had an all-college open forum, a steering committee luncheon, and a student learning committee meeting that went over the quality initiative that we sent in. And this all went really well, just as planned. Whenever they asked for information, I was able to contact the people who needed to give us that data and get it to them right away. And at the wrap-up meeting, they had a lot of good information to share with us. Is it okay if I share some of those statements?
Absolutely, Wendy. You're on a roll, and it's good stuff.
These are some of the statements that they had said. As they went around the table, there were a group of 4 people who came to visit. They said that the ACC staff is rowing in the same direction, that it was very evident that we worked together very well, that everyone was on board at ACC, that all the ACC staff is authentically committed to student success, and that it was clear that the staff desires to have students leave ACC with the ability to secure a lucrative occupation. The students at ACC cannot say enough about how much they love ACC. Students love the faculty as their advisors and feel confident in the direction given. Students could not use enough positive superlatives to express their joy and the people that they come in contact with at ACC, and that's all AC staff. And the ACC staff is unanimously positive regarding our mission, and it's obvious that our community loves ACC. And none of these statements would have been able to be possible without the good workings of our team, and that being the ACC staff, everyone there.
I was sitting in that meeting, and I was proud to hear those unsolicited comments from strangers on our campus, but people who are very, very knowledgeable about how community colleges work, or in some cases fail to work well. Mm-hmm. So I think the viewers would be interested in knowing your key role in this, or they should know it anyway, and really when you got started and some of the things you had to do that led to these comments on this sheet of paper.
Well, about 4 years ago, we began gathering data with what was called an assurance system. It's a computerized system where we can enter all the evidence of the criteria that we had to address that's required by the Higher Learning Commission. So in doing that, we met with various groups, and I was constantly sending emails to key people who could provide the evidence that we needed, and it gave me an opportunity to see all the people that work at ACC, the hard work they do, the jobs that they do well. And we gathered all that information, we put it into a document, and we sent it out. It was 35,000 words. And also we had to put together a quality initiative because we are an open pathway part of the Higher Learning Commission. that quality initiative was aligned with the assessment academy that we attended. So our assessment is actually the quality initiative, and we got rave reviews from the Higher Learning Commission about that.
That was very nice.
Yeah. And so we had all that information sent in, the federal compliance document, and we sent that in about 6 weeks before they came to visit. Then they continued to request additional information that they might want to complete the evidence, which we were able to send to them right away. So we provided the timeline that they needed, all the meetings that they needed to have set up at our college. They arrived, and everything seemed to go so smoothly. And now we wait for them to let us know what their report entails, and we'll have time to give them more information if they request it, or challenge any information that is sent to us if we're not pleased with the way that they have written it. And then that information will go to our liaison at the Higher Learning Commission, Mary Vanis, and then she will take it to her board, and the board will review that on October 23rd, and that's when we'll hear back for our formal approval by the HLC.
Very succinctly rendered. That is absolutely the case. So we have our fingers crossed. We're waiting for the written, their written summary of their findings. But it's been a 4-year journey for you and for the college, but you're the point person for it. So you deserve a tremendous amount of credit for
thank you.
keeping the group aligned and positive and working in a direction that appears to be very, very a good outcome. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Very easy to do with a wonderful group of people that we have at ACC.
Well, we have about a minute left. I was just curious to know, I had experienced this in the last cycle, and I'm curious to know what you've learned from this experience leading the Higher Learning Commission accreditation activity.
Well, like I said, it's given me the opportunity to see all the various aspects of our college and those people who have so much passion to bring about good things for our students at ACC. And I look forward to working with that group of people even more now, because I've come to appreciate all that they do and how well they do it.
Wonderfully put. And Wendy Brooks, thank you for your efforts on behalf of Alpena Community College. This hugely important task, accreditation, we couldn't operate without it. And thank you again. Thanks, folks, for watching, and we'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design are provided by Young Appliance Art Van Furniture on US 23 South in Alpena.